What if the wealthy follow completely different money rules? Most schools teach earning money, not building wealth. You learn careers, but rarely learn financial freedom. The rich think differently about money from day one. They know income and wealth aren't the same. Income comes from work and time invested. Wealth earns money even while you sleep. The wealthy focus on owning productive assets. Assets continuously generate income without constant labor. Most people stay trapped trading hours for dollars. The top 1% buys income-producing systems. They build streams instead of single paychecks. Schools rarely explain how assets create freedom. That's the first lesson most never learn. Lesson 2 is understanding compound growth early. Small gains become enormous over long periods. Time is the investor's greatest hidden advantage. Starting earlier often beats investing larger amounts. The wealthy understand the value of patience. Money compounds exactly like a growing snowball. Growth appears slow before becoming surprisingly powerful. Most people quit before compounding truly accelerates. The wealthy also prioritize cash flow over status. Expensive purchases often impress strangers, not banks. They ask whether something earns or costs money. Assets put money into your pocket consistently. Liabilities pull money from your pocket repeatedly. The top 1% understands this distinction deeply. One buys appearances, the other buys opportunities. Real wealth often looks surprisingly boring initially. Many wealthy people avoid unnecessary status spending. Appearances can hide enormous financial weakness underneath. The rich view money differently than most people. They see money as a tool, not trophy. Every dollar becomes a worker generating future income. They constantly put money to productive work. Idle cash loses value through inflation every year. Inflation quietly taxes people who do nothing. The wealthy understand protecting purchasing power matters. They seek investments that outpace inflation consistently. Another secret involves the power of ownership. Employees help companies create value every day. Owners benefit from the entire system's success. Ownership lets others help grow your wealth. Stocks represent ownership in productive businesses worldwide. The wealthy accumulate ownership throughout their lifetime. They diversify without losing focus on quality. Several streams create stability during uncertain periods. Recessions affect everyone, but not equally. Wealthy investors prepare before problems actually arrive. They build resilience instead of chasing quick wins. Next, we'll reveal deeper secrets schools never teach. Now let's explore lessons that create extraordinary wealth. Most people think all debt is dangerous. Consumer debt often destroys wealth and freedom. High interest works against you every month, but productive debt can accelerate wealth creation. The wealthy borrow to buy income-producing assets. They use leverage carefully to multiply returns. Leverage magnifies gains and losses equally. That's why education matters before using debt. The wealthy evaluate investments differently than beginners. They ask one question before investing anything. Will this produce reliable future cash flow? Many purchases fail this simple wealth test. Some assets actually lose value immediately. The rich seek assets producing future income. They focus on cash flow before appreciation. Another major difference involves understanding taxes. Most employees pay taxes before spending money. Many wealthy individuals legally reduce tax burdens. They spend time learning tax-efficient strategies. After-tax returns matter more than headline gains. Keeping more money changes long-term wealth dramatically. Schools rarely teach the true meaning of risk. Many believe avoiding risk guarantees financial safety, but avoiding action carries risks as well. Cash loses purchasing power year after year. The wealthy learn how to manage risk. They don't blindly avoid risk altogether. They measure risk before making decisions carefully. Calculated risks often create exceptional opportunities. The next lesson involves relationships and networks. Wealth often flows through people and opportunities. Connections frequently unlock doors money cannot. Great partnerships multiply skills and resources. Information often travels through trusted relationships. The wealthy intentionally build valuable networks. Here's another lesson rarely taught in schools. Everyone receives the same 24 hours daily. The rich protect their time aggressively. They build systems that scale beyond themselves. Systems generate results without constant personal effort. This creates leverage far beyond individual work. 1 hour can impact thousands of customers. The top 1% thinks differently about time. They focus on decades, not next month. Short-term noise rarely changes their strategy. Wealth grows slowly before becoming surprisingly massive. Patience often outperforms constant financial activity. Consistency beats intensity in wealth creation. These principles separate wealth builders from earners. Next, the mindset secrets behind lasting wealth. The final lessons are mostly about mindset. The wealthy see opportunities where others see jobs. They constantly look for problems worth solving. Solving valuable problems often creates valuable businesses. Wealth usually follows value created for others. Another secret involves controlling short-term impulses. They often sacrifice today for greater rewards. Most people spend first and invest later. The wealthy usually reverse that entire process. They invest first and spend what's left. Wealth creation requires constant learning and adaptation. The top 1% never stops learning. They invest heavily in knowledge and skills. Knowledge often produces the highest investment returns. Many financial mistakes begin with strong emotions. Fear causes people to sell too early. Greed causes people to buy too late. The wealthy focus on facts over emotions. They avoid reacting to every dramatic headline. Here's a concept many people misunderstand completely. The wealthy often hold assets, not cash. Their wealth usually exists inside productive assets. Those assets can appreciate while generating income. This creates multiple layers of financial growth. High income doesn't always mean real wealth. Some high earners remain financially stressed forever. Others quietly build massive wealth over time. They track assets and liabilities relentlessly. Growing net worth becomes their primary objective. The wealthy rarely depend on one paycheck. They build several sources of income simultaneously. Different streams provide stability during economic uncertainty. If one fails, others continue producing income. That's how resilient financial systems are built. The greatest wealth secret may surprise you. It's not speed. It's patience and consistency. Wealth often takes years before becoming visible. Growth happens unseen before explosive results appear. Financial success follows a similar pattern. Small actions repeated consistently create remarkable outcomes. So what do the wealthy truly understand? They know assets are more powerful than income. They understand time multiplies smart financial decisions. They build systems instead of chasing shortcuts. They never stop improving financial knowledge. They think differently about risk and opportunity. They focus on ownership, leverage, and cash flow. And most importantly, they think long-term. None of these lessons require extraordinary intelligence. They simply require awareness, discipline, and patience. The sooner you start, the better. Because wealth is built, not magically earned.